Today, our first special guest is a brother by the name of Quincy Valentino. Now, Quincy Valentino, he's the originator of Beast Mode, but he's also an author of Be Careful Young Thugs, which is his first publication that he's pushing out there right now, so make sure you get a copy of that. Today, on Jibber Jabber, we're going to be speaking about, should black people be joining in the fight with the whole of the Arab Spring? Is it a black people's argument? Is it our fight? So, Quincy, straight away, I'm going to put it on you.
Okay.
Do you think that black people, specifically black Muslims, should be supporting their brothers and sisters out there in Syria?
The first thing I would actually say is a straight no. Straight no.
As in what way? When you say a straight no, do you mean that you shouldn't support them in anything whatsoever?
Of course not. Well, you said anything, when anything is vast. So, you know, they are our brothers and sisters. And we've got to remember that. But actually, you got to really narrow it down. I think definitely we've been kind of twisted, because at the end of the day, sending our young black brothers and sisters out there to go on war in Syria, no, it's uncalled for. You don't need to go and do that. You don't need to do that.
But at the same time, in our religion as Muslims,
Yes.
and in Islam,
Yes.
we're supposed to be one body, supporting each other, regardless of color, regardless of nationality. So to say that we shouldn't be supporting them, physically supporting them, in whichever way we can.
Who says go over there? Why should we go over there?
I suppose those are good questions, but when I'm saying going over there, I mean not necessarily for fighting purposes. I'm talking about just to support your brothers and sisters.
Why is it always Syria? Why is it always Syria? What about Jamaica? What about Antigua? What about Sudan?
The current climate in the world today, what we're talking about is war. They're in a situation of war.
What about Sudan? What about Syria? What about Africa? What about Jamaica? What about Barbados?
What about them?
They're suffering brothers and sisters. I don't see no Asian brothers. I don't see no Asian brothers going over there, yeah, and helping them brothers and sisters. I don't see any of them.
So you're saying because Asian brothers are not going that you see, you're not going to do it because they're not doing it?
I actually know. They're not going over there. They're not going over there. So why, as me as a young black man, should go over there?
There are many organizations, charities, Muslim organizations and non-Muslim organizations where you get many people going over to Africa for years, going to help the Africans on the ground.
Okay.
But yet, Africans don't seem to be going to help their own. Every time you approach a black person, as to say, they're on a thing like, I need to help myself first before I can help anybody else, generally. So we're not going, but from my experience, I know that there's Asian people and white people also going over to Africa as well as Syria to go now.
No.
You're saying it's disproportionate. You're saying maybe...
Not at all. At the end of the day, yeah, this debate is about, should black people go over there to Syria and go and fight a war that has nothing to do with them? It has got nothing to do with them at all.
Let's take a different angle then, yeah? If we're talking specifically about the war that's happening in Syria then, yeah, so let's get down to it, yeah?
Okay.
Many people are going over to Syria to fight as we speak.
Yeah.
Many people. Whether they are authorized legally or illegally authorized. So what I'm saying is that there are mercenary soldiers who are getting paid by whoever, whether it's a specific government or whether it is a underground organization who are paying people to go over to fight. And we're not just talking about Muslims here now. This is not just a religious thing here.
It might not just be a religious thing, yeah? But at the end of the day, right, I also think we should go out there and go and fight their war. I don't think it's got anything to do with this, period.
Do you think then that the war is even justified?
No, I don't think it's justified. I think it's a war where politicians and governments should fight by themselves.
So is your reasoning? So is your reasoning that that black people shouldn't be going, or people of African heritage shouldn't be going because it's a political fight, or is it a racial basis that you're coming from?
Well, it's a bit of all three of them. To tell you the truth. Because one,
You're going to have to explain that one because...
I will explain that. There's something deep going on here. Now,
So now you're dropping some conspiracy theories on me. You know me, I only do with conspiracy facts.
my eyes are open. My eyes are open. Ah, yes. Where did they come from? You tell me where they came from. They were built.
From my understanding, from my understanding, IS seems to be a product of the illegal war or the illegal villainization or the illegal onslaught on the Muslim communities globally by the Western governments.
You don't know what you're chatting about.
I 100% know what I'm
You
talking
don't know what you're
about.
chatting about.
So where did IS come from what you understand?
IS was created by the EU and part of the America.
Now I know you've been definitely reading a lot of those conspiracy
New
theory
World
books, my
Order.
brother. IS seemed to stem out of a lot of the prison camps that were set up in Iraq and Syria, yeah, to do with the whole illegal start and beginning of the war on terror, which was spearheaded by George Bush Jr., yeah, and with his little puppet of Tony Blair getting involved, yeah, and from the beginnings where the illegal war on terror started, it produced an offspin that turned around and bit them in the arse. The long and short of it. That was the beginnings of it. And a lot of the people in a lot of these camps were very angry because a lot of them were illegally put into these concentration camps, as to say. Yeah?
All right, one quick question, because we're drifting from the point.
Well,
Would you send
to get to the point, we have to understand where's this all starting from.
Would you send your son, who is black, obviously, to go and fight in Syria?
I like that question. What I would say to
I wouldn't.
that, personally,
You take too long to answer the damn question. That means no.
you're too hasty.
Would you send your child to Syria?
thing is bigger than
Would you
black,
send?
it's bigger than white, it's bigger than
Would
Asian.
you send your child to Syria?
It's all about humanity.
Would you send your child to Syria?
Under the right circumstances,
Would
I would.
you?
Under the right circumstances, I would.
You're crazy.
But all the circumstances now are wrong, so I wouldn't.
Okay, so
Assalamu alaikum, my brother.
I have no more to say to you.
Assalamu alaikum, my brother, man. May
Welcome,
peace be with you.
salam. Peace be with you.